It's October 17, 2025, and it's 2:23 p.m. It's Friday. Oh my God. So, anyways, I was just listening to Brian Peckford. It sounded like he was in a podium talking to a lot of people regarding Charter of Rights in Canada. How the current administration in the government constantly are making so many bylaws that do not apply to people or the citizens of Canada. Remember on my previous post, people consist of a person. That person has a heart, has a mind, has an emotion that can react, okay? That can react and move. While an entity is just an object. It doesn't have a life, it cannot smell, it doesn't breathe, it doesn't function unless a human being, a person, is moving it for the use of its purpose, this pen or marker. So let's reiterate the Charter of Rights of Humans. Any legislation, statutes, bylaws are just part of a criminal act. In other words, there's two or more people that enacted that bylaw that they want to implement. They enacted to see how it will have an impact on you. So yeah, they test this kind of bylaws to dummy of peoples to see their reactions. And based on those reactions, they can determine the price tag to charge you if you commit that law, the false law that they're trying to implement in your life, which clearly state in the Charter of Rights, if you listen to the attached post that I'm just about to post in here, you have more rights than the law itself. Because laws are very limited when they created it. It's very limited to its function, so a lot of people can follow it, like the sleeper cells, like you, who's probably not resonating to any of my messages. That's a sleeper cell. A mole trying to get the information so it can tell others how crazy I am, because I don't know what I'm talking about. So my suggestion to you is get a good printout of the Charter of Rights and get it notarized, because that will show the other laws on the other side of you, which is anybody that's outside of you is in the common law. You are under natural law. Unless they jump in your own courtyard, then they are now in your own natural law. So it works both ways, right? You really need to know when you're interacting with a person and when is that person becomes on a commerce law. So let's just say you're talking to your mother, okay? And you're talking, hey mom, how's it going? Everything okay? Yeah, everything's good. And then your mother tells you, by the way, you have to go to the doctor tomorrow. So now she's acting like the administrator for the doctor's office, because now she's enticing you to go on the other side of you. So if you tell mom, there's nothing wrong with me, I don't need to go to the doctor. Why do I need to see the doctor? The doctor doesn't know what's the inside of my body. He's got no business touching my body. And see, that's where we have a difference of opinion in this lifetime or the last previous lifetimes, right? We think as parents that we know everything. We're not listening to what our children is saying sometimes, even though they blatantly tell you, I don't want to see a doctor, I'm fine. But you know what? It's a registered timeline. You got to go in for that vaccination. And your child's going to say, I don't want to get vaccinated. I'm just fine. And you're going to say, well, you really have to. See, you're forcing the will of yourself to your child. It's no longer the will of child, right? Because the child has an option, and that's a free choice of will, right? Yes or no, wrong or right. You know what I mean? You know what I'm getting to? So every time you break your child or somebody else's rule of thumbs for themselves, you are now acting in a commerce the capital letters on your birth certificate, the entity, dummy with no brains. Because if you have brains, you'll tell your child, you know what? You are right. I see nothing wrong with you. I don't know why I have to go and take you to the doctor. Now I'm going to miss jobs and all these other opportunities. Well, there's really nothing for them to say. You're right. The doctor doesn't know what's going on inside and outside your body other than you. So you're giving a power to your child or anybody outside of you to make their own decisions without you enforcing it. And this is what the attached post I'm doing, is that all the governmental people are trying to be the administrator to your soul. You don't need to be administrated by. You are your own soul. You are your own body. You think for yourself. You have heart to resonate with, right? You can act without anybody telling you how to do it. So why are you just sitting around and listening to Mark Carney or the previous general, because that's all they are. They're acting like the general. But you really are the postmaster. You're higher than the general. Because as a postmaster, you could knock on the door and show him the fuck the way out. Because that's what your constitutional rights. If you're not happy with his job that he's pretend to be doing for you, get him out of the fucking house. That's your House of Commons. The Parliament is your House of Commons because it's supposed to be a commonality of knowledge and sentiments. But instead, they ruined it and created a totalitarian government, and instead of the divine law of government. Do no harm, just love. So listen to the Charter of Rights. Like I said, next time, print it out, get it notarized, and keep it with you. So you don't have to show anybody your ID anymore or your passport. Because it clearly stated in there, you are free to travel anywhere around the world. It might say country, but really it's around the world.